Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Paul. I am the American Athletic Conference's representative to the NCAA. I'm also a current football student athlete here at the University of Tulsa. I'm accompanied by the Student Association President, Kareem Emidan, and we just want to recognize Rick and commemorate all of his contributions to our athletic program so far. And so without further ado, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Vice President and Director of Athletics, Rick Dickson.
Appreciate it. I got to sit, DT. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks for short notice on all this and of getting out here. Thank you to Chris Paul and the young man with him, Kareem, who's our TU student body president, and two of the many reasons that someone like me, still gets inspired, motivated, want to do the part that I can do, which is to try to support and serve people, and in particular, student athletes and people like around the room here with us today. And I asked 2 or 3 of them to come over, but our new women's golf coach, not so new, here long enough to win a championship already. Annie Get Your Gun Young, and Sean. Everyone knows Sean Fannis still, who actually came the very year I left, some 27 years ago, or the next year after that. And Krista, everyone knows Krista, Deputy Athletic Director, and who she is, who she's been, leadership she's provided in this department for coaches, for student athletes. And I see Jason, our marketing director over there, and others, and all of our coaches, of who this place has always been about people. From the time I was, had a flashback this morning. So along with other administrators, was asked to put together a team and come help with freshman move-in day. And so, of course, they, as you would expect, assigned me to LaFortune Hall, which was our old athletic dorm. And so all those flashbacks from being a 17-year-old and dropped off and having no idea what world I was walking into, to watching parents drop off their babies today. And being at the age I am, I didn't have to do much heavy lifting, but a lot of comforting of crying mothers as they dropped them off. But so all of these people, and Don Tom, who I greet every morning with "Hello, Grump," to just to the people that have always made this place so special, and having been a kind of native of that, a product of that, and then getting to continue on and get a professional career launched at a place like this at such a young age, and looking back on that and what it's meant for myself, our family. Brenda and I have so many deep ties that really every time I see someone new, like today, Chris Lincoln, who I haven't seen in those 27 years, it transports me to another time and place, and realizing what this place means, what it means to us. As you know, when we probably last did this together on my entry some 10, 11 months ago, told you very directly I had no plan, no intent to do this. I was just asked to come help, and so that's really what this year's been about. And now that I've kind of learned the full scale and scope of the challenges that TU faces, not just athletics but TU, and then asked again to continue to help. It's something that you don't know, it's not part of the consideration, and so it's really the crux of what we're going to do. Whether I said to President Carson actually a couple things. One is, this is only the second time in a 30-year career I've signed a contract, and the first time I had to do it at Tulane because some 10 years in order for my oldest daughter to be able to go to law school, I had to be a contracted employee. So he had that over my head. And then here as of today with Brad Carson. But I'm humbled number one, my tact or approach or style and all this has always been, I know how to lead, but that's not what this is about. It's really how to serve and support others. And starting with our student athletes, our student body, this campus, but also here's what I do know is that, this smallest FBS university in the country, and it's not a close race. We've kind of won that race hands down, has always fought and performed and succeeded well above its weight and at the highest level. And, if I ever needed a fresh reminder, all I have to do is look back at this past year and seeing, all the examples of that. And, from how first had to be one of the best athletic programs in the country in terms of young people saying, we'll do whatever it takes to protect ourselves, stay healthy, and be available and ready to compete. Because as you all know, not once did a competition get delayed, rescheduled, or forfeited because of TU. Not once through an entire year. That's pretty remarkable. But it speaks to the quality of the young people we have. Look at the 6 championships that we competed in this year, winning 3 of them. The information that I'm told is that we just had the most successful academic year of our student athletes in terms of GPA success. All of you know what these young people here do in this city, in this community, in terms of being the right examples, showing young kids in particular, that they can walk in their shoes at some point. All those things that you want student athletes to represent, the best of the best are right here. And so, that's kind of what's led to, where we are today is that, look, if Brenda and I can serve and support for another period of time, I did have a little carve out in my contract that does say it is 3 years, but there's a carve out that says I won't get penalized if I don't finish 3 years. So that was a little security blanket for me. But, I really, truly, as I said, I'm humbled. I'm appreciative of the confidence that President Brad and the board has. But it's really in us, in knowing that, what I walked into 10 or 11 months ago where athletics was not in a great position. And a lot of that was because our university wasn't in a great position. But in 10, 11 months, all of that has changed significantly. And it's not so much about on-the-field performance or obviously the academic accomplishments. It's really the quest and challenge of, in this arena, in this era of intercollegiate athletics, to how do you stay relevant? How do you stay, on the front edge of the highest level at a time that we've seen unlike any other in my 30-year career? It's unlike any other. And so, for those reasons, the progress that was made, the importance now that TU athletics is, if anything, and I said this at our closing board meeting the other day, was beyond all these wonderful accomplishments, accolades that athletics accomplished this past year, the greatest one was we went from being considered a outlier and problem that had to be resolved to becoming the centerpiece of the new strategic plan. And that transformation, I think, was probably the greatest accomplishment. And it's the direct result is these people all have come together and said, whatever it takes for us to remain relevant, keep this institution at the highest level in that arena, that's what we're committed to do. So that's who we are. And so I'll stop there. Give thanks to my royal troops here. As you said, I mean, here's, as you'll find out more about me, those that weren't around my first deal, is that, so this Don, Tom, and Steph had, I'm sure, a whole different format planned out, but in the last 45 minutes, I asked a few of these people that I wanted, with Coach Phillip and Coach Frank and Annie and others that, have been the backbone of this place, to be here and be part of this, so that they can be appropriately recognized and shown appreciation. Because if there wasn't a team like that here, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you today. But highlighted by this, all started because in my move-in day to a couple meetings to then being at a meeting off campus with Kareem and the dean of the business school, and then getting dressed like this without Brenda, which was a major challenge. I got absolutely accosted and chewed out like few others beyond Brenda can chew me out by these two, because I hadn't told them. And so I said, so if it's that big of a deal and that important to you, then just show up, because you're starting the show. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. More importantly, appreciate who you are for TU. That's no better examples of these two young men than when people around this city, around the country, want to know what's happening. What's this place about? I'll start right there. There's none better. So I'll stop there.